Hello, everyone. Once again, I am Michael Black for the band Konki. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be covering my personal favorite song and the absolute best thing that I have ever done musically in my entire professional life. This is Konki's latest single, Release. And we've been sitting on this song for a while, and we knew it was a good one. But in particular, it's my baby. Like, this is the song that I have become the most raw, the most open, and the most just soul bearing I've ever been in any piece of music I've ever done before. This particular song is about my pardon me. I'm not cutting that out. It's about my daily struggle with my acute anxiety disorder and panic attacks. Well, panic disorder. I have acute anxiety disorder slash panic disorder. I can be a little manic sometimes too, and depression and things like that. I don't want to downplay it, but I do want to move on. So I'm just trying to get through it real quick. Um, the opening of this song is a little hard to explain. Um, I say vocal booth breakdown. That's the easiest way I can say it. But I was actually doing vocals here at my house. My setup wasn't in here, but you guys can't even see what in here is anyway because it's green screen. Uh, so I was doing vocals at my house, and I got hit with an out of nowhere panic attack. And instead of being scared like I normally am, I got real fucking mad because I was trying to get shit done I wanted to do, and I was just so mad, and I just fucking, I mean, you're gonna hear it, so here it is. I fucking hate myself! Why can't I control my mind? It's hard to click when you're... Alright, so here's the intro. I called it a vocal booth breakdown, but really it was me in my room doing it. But, I think these watches are a blessing and a curse. Because, for one, as someone with anxiety and panic disorder, you want to know what your heart rate is, but you also don't want to know what your heart rate is. Because when I'm singing, and even if I'm sitting still and I'm calm, when I sing, my heart rate goes up. And it can go up to anywhere like normal resting heart rates, like 70 beats or 78 beats or something like that per minute. If I'm singing, it can get up to being like 125, 130, something like that. And if I'm moving around with it too, then it doesn't matter. But I get a little nervous when my heart rate goes above like 115, especially if I'm not doing that much. But that's the anxiety disorder. It just is what it is. I worry about things I probably shouldn't. Um, but right here, I want to preface this opening stuff to being these lines are either what people have said to me or how I feel or what I think, things like that. It's like it's coming at me is what it is. Wow. Now that's a combination of things people have said to me directly or to others or whatever, things that plague me in my head. Why even bother because I'm never going to make it. That's something that I think about all the time, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or any sort of anything like that. um, you know I'm always worried about the band. That's why I do so much work for the band, because I want it to be successful. You know, I pour money into it. I throw in advertising. I make the videos. I do all this stuff. I'm not saying I'm any better than anybody else. The other bandmates are fucking incredible. These are the best bandmates I've ever had in a band in my whole life. They're sweet. They're nice. They're understanding. They fucking let my creative juices fly. Anyway, uh, they're amazing people, and I am blessed, uh, not by God, but you know, just in general, uh, that I found these guys. Now, before we get too deep into the video portion of this, it is a lyric video. We haven't made any actual like real music videos yet. We were going to at the release of Black Sheep, but we couldn't find a location, and then the pandemic hit, so we're not even really able to get together right now in person. So we haven't been able to do that stuff. So I'm making lyric videos now. What you see here is the cover art for the song. I'm sitting in the chair. Unfortunately, you can't see it in the picture, but I'm restrained by ropes. The ropes are black, so I guess they didn't really come through. I don't even know why I tied myself up then. I actually had my have my Note 10 Plus, and I have my stylus that comes out of it, right? And if you hold it in your hand, you press the button, you can make the phone take pictures and videos and stuff like that remotely. So if you look at my right hand there on the chair, you can't see my thumb. That's because I've got the stylus under my hand and I'm pressing it with the thumb. But anyway, that's enough inside baseball for that. So I'm sitting in the chair, and that represents me in reality. All the different transparent me's around me are representative of my affliction and my, you know, challenges and things like that. And I hate this fucking green screen shit that ain't working right. You know, that I have fucked. I'm using Streamlabs OBS to do this, and the green screen stuff just isn't that great, or I don't have enough light on it or something. But you know, it just is what it is. So that is that, right? And then this song is my baby. I want it to be as good as possible. So I shot some stuff, and this is the first time in any video that there's any type of performance to the lyric video. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, actually, you did see what I'm talking about. The heads came in, I'm singing the song, and it goes further than that. So, in actuality, there's a lot of me in this video, a lot of me's, and I'm all over it. It might be too much. My guitar player said, man, that's a lot of you. I was like, yeah, well, I don't have any media of you guys, or I'd put it in there. But yeah, and that will change very soon. I have amazing ideas for our next lyric video that are going to be off the charts. A lot less me. But I'm talking too much. Let's just get into this. This is going to be the longest explained video ever. Now, this is all basically explaining how a panic attack affects me, or how it feels to have a panic attack. And it goes on, but it's really hard to describe to someone what a panic attack is or feels like if they've never had one. And I'm not talking about, oh, you got scared, now you're having a panic attack, or you ran too much and your heart's going a little right. You're not a panic attack. No, a panic attack comes out of nowhere, even in a resting state. A panic. I don't need to sit here and explain it to you, but it's fucking difficult to deal with. And I'm just gonna let it keep going because it's all there's a break in it, but it's all one verse. I'm pretty sure that's how he labeled it in the track. All right, so the thing about panic attacks and stuff like that is it has a whole lot of different variables. Different people can experience different things. Now, all these things that I have described in the song, I have felt myself. This is very personal. It's about me. This isn't about you. This isn't about Joe Blow down the street. This isn't about Tom, Dick, and Harry down the road. It's about me personally, solely, only me. I'm hoping that other people will relate to it, but it's not a broad thing where it can just be for anybody. Everything I'm talking about I've experienced. Now, it's not all at the same time. Panic attacks differ and vary and change, and I guess you can call it mutate or whatever throughout time. It's really a constant battle between yourself and your disorder. In the way that, okay, when I first started getting them, I thought I was having a heart attack. I'd be doing nothing. I was watching wrestling. It was like Randy Orton versus somebody, like 2008, 2008. I'm just sitting there on the couch. I'm watching wrestling, and all of a sudden, my heart rate shot up like crazy. I was winded. I couldn't breathe. I didn't know what to do. I started clutching my chest. There wasn't pain, but my hands were going numb. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. We called the hospital. I was in and out of the hospital for months. I had this thing hooked up to my chest. They were trying to figure out what was wrong with me. They never could find anything, and then they just said, well, it's anxiety. And then I got the stamp of I have acute anxiety disorder with panic disorder, a bit of manic, and they tried to get me on bipolar disorder too, but I did not. I don't have bipolar disorder. But anyway, so heart rate. It can be one of two things. It could be really fast, rapid heart rate, or it could be slow, hard beating. And that used to happen to me a lot. I'd lay there and try to get through it, and it'd be really, 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 really fast, and then it would slow down and just beat hard, and it's scary as hell. And then it's hard to breathe. Your hands, your arms, your toes, they'll all go numb. You'll get dizzy. You'll start to get tunnel vision, where your peripheral vision starts to black, and it kind of, you know what I'm talking about. Well, you can't answer me, so whatever. And then your mouth will taste like pennies. You'll start to smell stuff. And the most horrible, scariest thing about panic attacks is they have very close symptoms or exact symptoms as other things like heart attack, stroke, seizure, things like that. Like, I mean, you don't foam at the mouth or anything, but it's all designed to scare you, and I don't know why. Once I got used to the heart rate thing, I could kind of control it. Then a new symptom would hit me, and then now I'm on the training all over again, and it's scary. It's ridiculous, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, if you look into the medication, they don't know. They say this helps some people, maybe it'll work for you. eat a bunch of Zoloft and Xanax and see how you feel. I'm sorry. I do feel like I'm literally dying a lot of the time. I do literally feel like I'm dying all the time when I'm having these panic attacks. It's the impending doom that, like I said earlier, it's insane. By the way, this video took all fucking day to film and edit. Oh my god, the edit. It's rough. Like, I've got a beast of a computer, but once I had so many things layered against each other, I couldn't get the timing right because it would lag and do all kinds of weird shit, so I had to, like, render it halfway, try it again, you know, it's a whole ball of wax if you want to get into how I edited things. It's not important. It was maximum effort. Let's just say that. Yeah. I don't wish this kind of disorder on anybody. Let's just keep going. Such uncertainty. It's fucking true. Like, I used to be left in a weeping mess on the ground, just crying and begging for it to stop. It's not good. Like, obviously, the whole song is made to express how terrible these things are. It's not good, and it needs to be. There needs to be more awareness of it, if that makes any sense. It's so, I don't know how to. It's not in the mainstream enough, you know, because it's not fatal. People don't talk about it, and then a lot of people either A, don't believe it's real, which, oh my god, that pisses me off so bad. They either don't believe it's real, they think you're just lazy, or they think you're, you know, trying to get sympathy or something, or they just shoo it off completely, like, oh yeah, anxiety, well, whatever, we all have anxiety. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. Exactly. Like, I come off as a pretty confident guy. I come off like I got my shit together. I come off bubbly and happy. I mean, you've seen the other Explained videos. I'm super excited. I'm bubbly. I'm happy. Unfortunately, this one is not going to be like that. I mean, this particular song is nothing but raw emotion. It's sadness. It's regret. It's anger. It's pain. It's fucking suffering is what it is. And I'm just trying not to fucking tear up is all it is now when I'm fucking trying to talk about it. Yeah, that's true. Okay. But the thing that pissed me off in the edit of this video is I didn't notice I have a straggling mustache hair on the left side of my face just shooting up. Well, yeah, shooting up. It's annoying. Also, the contacts. They're annoying too. I have this whole idea of what my musical persona will be. You know, my name isn't Michael Black, it's Michael Johnson, but I'm going by Michael Black in all walks of life through wrestling and music and everything because it sounds better. It's a stage name. And so I have this whole idea of what I should look like or what I should do. And I've got this long cloak thing, and I've got, you know, my hair a certain way. My beard's dyed. It's not really dyed right now, thanks pandemic. Um, but I've got these sclera contacts that cover my whole eye, and then I layer the black contact with a red contact. So I'm wearing two pairs of contacts in this video. It took me forever to do, and it took me forever to be able to blink and do stuff right because they're so uncomfortable that, like, you can't really open your eyes. It stings. It's weird. It took me like 10 minutes to get used to it. It took me 20 minutes to get them in there, because you've got to kind of like cup them and put them under your eyelid, push them up there, and then like pull this part down and then make them suction cup to your eye. And then the worst part about it was when I put the second layer on, it kept suction cupping to the wrong part, and my eyes looked like they were like that for a while. I had to keep peeling it off, trying to put it back on, and then eventually I grabbed the side of the sclera, grabbed the red part, and I fucking slid it over, and it finally worked. They still aren't 100% perfect in the video. They're actually a little bit off, so it makes my eyes look a little weird sometimes. But it is what it is. I would give up everything in my life to just not have this disorder. I would not be in the band. I would not be online. I would never watch a movie again. I would never eat my favorite foods again. I would, I would do anything short of losing my wife and children to not have this within me. It's that was a good effect. And actually, when I first did it, I didn't have the little channel thing in it. But it was so jumpy and jangly that I put this effect in it, and it really worked. You see that little, there's like a little channel change warp thing on it. Yeah. But as far as being a burden, I think the most insulting thing that's ever happened to me is when when someone treats you like a burden. It just demolishes your entire sense of self. You know, I'm in the middle of a panic attack, and then whoever I'm around is like, oh, just fucking smile, you're fine. Oh, just fucking whatever. Dismissive, or, someone says like you're stressful to be around, or that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, I'm exhausting to be around is the thing. It's yeah. That's actually a funny story right there. I'm editing this video. The line is, normal life just feels like hell with this constriction. But when I'm listening to it, it doesn't sound like I say this, even though I did. But I guess the effect or whatever makes it sound different. It sounded like within instead of with this. And I said, that sounds better. So let's just type that out. So now officially the word is within and not with this. Again, sorry to stop at the same spot, but that whole channel changey effect that made you not able to see my face, I said the wrong fucking word. And instead of having to put all my stuff back on and put the contacts back in and go back to the green screen, I was like, oh, just throw an effect on it. So.
Anxiety, depression, anxiety, depression, anxiety.
That is super fucking important. That is super fucking important. You gotta see the person, not the affliction. Because as soon as you start seeing a person as their affliction, they no longer become worthwhile. You know? They just feel I really thought that effect with the everything going away and revealing the green screen and all the effects going away. I thought that was pretty powerful. I made it through it without fully crying, so you know we're good. But you know, it was hard to do, and I'm really not sure how I'm going to do this song live when we go out and start playing shows. It like doing this. I didn't sing the lyrics. I just mouthed the words. You know, I lip synced to the thing, and that was all right. But then when I'm like when I got my eyes closed and I'm singing the song outright and I'm putting the emotion into it, I don't see me getting through it. At least not at first when we first start playing out. Like it's like everything. You eventually get used to it, you know. I'll get desensitized to it eventually, but I mean I cracked a couple times here just trying to explain it. Just thinking about all the things that led me to create this. Um, just thinking about the times and the incidences where I didn't feel like a person. It tears me up every time. Um, I guess that's something I can't get desensitized to. You know, I try to keep a strong sense of self worth, but you know it beats me down quite a bit, and I try to put my best foot forward and try to be smiles all the time, but it isn't always possible. And what I want to do once we start making real music videos is I want to be able to get in contact with, you know, places that can help, you know, and uh, basically how YouTubers will have sponsored videos for like Raid Shadow Legends. We'll have facilities and phone numbers and websites, things like that for free. Like obviously we won't accept money from these people. You know, like Release is all about, you know, my dealings with anxiety and depression and worthlessness and stuff like that. And you know, we could flash a number or we could flash a website or something to a facility to help people with that, like some sort of therapy or you know some maybe even like experimental drugs or something like that. I'm sure there has to be people working on this. You know, Zoloft just ain't gonna fucking cut it, people. It doesn't work for everybody. It didn't work for me. I don't know. But like Black Sheep's about child abuse and things like that. We could put child abuse hotline or some sort of uh, website help website kind of thing for that sort of thing. Searching is about finding your place in the world and dealing with depression and things like that. Um, that could be another one for therapy. It's we don't we're an independent band, and that is what it is. And I've taken care of a lot of our online presence and things like that, but um, we're not going to have a gigantic following. I know that. I don't have any delusions of grandeur or anything like that. Um, However, I would hope that the people who do end up listening to us can be helped by us somehow. Like this is my art. This is our art. Music has always been within me. Music has always been a part of me. And now with this band, we are getting a small amount of traction. I'm not going to give you Spotify numbers or anything like that because I don't feel like that's professional, but it is way more than what I've ever been heard before. So I'm hoping that whatever little following we come up with, we actually can give to them something they need. They're giving us what we need, attention and views and streams and things like that. Maybe we can give them something they need in the form of, you know, mental health or an escape from whatever they're dealing with or a song that speaks to them or something they can relate to. I know I'm rambling. This is going to be the longest episode of Konki Explained ever, but this song is really important to me. I really want it to do well. I don't know if it's going to. I'm actually filming this a day before the actual track releases on Spotify. So who knows what it's going to do or what the numbers are going to be, but I uh I really just if there's anything that I can convey in this video before I go is that this particular song isn't just a fucking performance. It's not something manufactured. It's not something written in a studio to make money. It's it's really me. It's an open book to who I am and what I deal with personally. Like the band didn't put their hands in the lyrics, they give me free reign to write what I want to write about. Every single word of this song is from my own self. It's from my own, well, I don't believe in a soul, but it's from whatever that would be. It's literally pouring myself out on the page. And it's very special to me. Like, this is the song of all songs. If any of them were going to do well, I'd hope it'd be this one. At least up to what we have. This will be our third single. And at this point, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. It's another fucking thing of mental health. You over explain, you over talk, you over this, you over that because you're so worried that other people won't understand or misconstrued or not get what you're saying, and then you end up coming off as a chatterbox or you come off as needy or some I don't know what the fuck to talk about. I'm just that was release. If you guys stuck to the end of this video, I greatly appreciate your loyalty, and I I really hope that if you suffer from any sort of affliction like I do, that you're able to find the help you need, and hopefully this song gave you something to relate to. This song doesn't have a happy ending. It's all open-ended because that's where I'm at. I can't sing, "Oh, I've got all these afflictions," and, "Oh, now they're gone," because they're not. They'll probably be with me till I die. And that's one of the scariest things I can think of. But I love each and every one of you for watching this video. I really do. We are just an independent band. We don't have a studio behind us helping push our stuff. Any advertising or anything we do all comes out of our own pockets. We are just trying to make it we're just trying to break even, probably, really, when you think about it. Um, but we're doing what we love, and that's the point. We're doing what we love, and we hope that you guys can love it too. I've been Michael Black for Konki. That was Release, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.